Hello to all you comic freaks and geeks out there. My name is T-Dot, and this is the first episode of SuperWho. What is SuperWho, you may ask? Well, it's a little idea I came up with to put the spotlight on certain comic book characters that don't get enough recognition, that people just don't know about. And this all started from this movie clip.
Who are you?
Star-Lord.
Who?
As you may have guessed, the first character is going to be Star-Lord. Star-Lord is one of those characters that's had his history redone over the years, and I'm sure the movie that's coming out next month will have a new one for us. So I'm just going to give you what's accurate according to the comic books right now. But first, let's start off with the basics. Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, was created by Steve Englehart and Steve Gann for Marvel. He made his first appearance in Marvel Previews number 4 in 1976. It all started when Jason of Spartax crash-landed on Earth and was nursed to health by Meredith Quill. From there, it's your basic alien meets girl love story until Jason leaves a year later, leaving behind a pregnant Meredith and an element gun. Fast forward about 11 years, some Badoon aliens are sent to Earth to end the Spartroid name. They are successful in killing Meredith, but Peter ends up killing them both and escaping with the element gun. After that, Peter is sent to an orphanage and years later becomes an astronaut for NASA. While on a space station, an alien entity called the Master of the Sun paid them a visit. He came to offer the mantle of Star-Lord, which is pretty much a universal policeman, to a worthy candidate. Peter jumped at the chance to become Star-Lord, but he was rejected in favor for one of his colleagues that he's been a jerk to. Needless to say, Peter was pissed. So, staying true to jerk form, he took his colleague's place and became Star-Lord anyway. Since then, Star-Lord has been traveling all over the universe trying to do some good, while still being a jerk. One of Star-Lord's greatest encounters was the battle that he had with the Fallen One. The Fallen One was Galactus' first herald, so you can imagine how powerful he is. After nearly dying, Star-Lord was able to defeat the Fallen One, but not without cost. He had to sacrifice a small Kree lunar colony to provide enough energy for a ship to defeat him. After feeling guilty of ending 350,000 lives, he turned himself and the Fallen One into the Nova Corps. They were both imprisoned in the intergalactic prison called the Killing. He was later freed by Nova to help out in the Annihilation War against the adequately named villain, Annihilus. After both of the Annihilation events, Peter thought it would be a good idea to create a team that would keep the universe intact, since it was very fragile after the devastation caused in both those events. Even though they ended up calling themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy, this is not the first instance of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I won't go into any detail about that for now, but maybe in a later episode. Star-Lord has led multiple versions of this team, but the one that is currently in comics closely resembles the one that's coming up in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. If you want to know more about Star-Lord, there's obviously the movie coming out, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's the comic of the same name. And also, there's a comic that just came out this month called Legendary Star-Lord. So now you know a little bit about Star-Lord. If you know any lesser-known characters that you would like to give the spotlight to, just let me know in the comments below. They can be good, bad, Marvel, DC, Image, Independent, or a whole team. But for now, let's stay away from the Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man. Let's go for those lesser-known ones that may not have 10 movies out. I am T-Dot, and this was SuperWho. Till next time, peace.